Alright, we should be streaming, and hopefully this shouldn't take more than a second. I need to grab the, live stream link here. Guess I'll just go to the video, make it a bit faster. Hang on, just gonna post it here. And I'll also need to go on my phone because I said I was going to be reading chat and it's kind of important for this. So just give me a second. I should be able to bring up the video on my phone so I can look at chat. Alright, there we go. So, you know what this is. This is the Nanovor tier list, specifically the Nanovor power tier list. I mean, it's not technically about power like the person who hits the strongest, but more like just how good they are in general, but, you know, it's not as great of a title. But anyway, I have both tabs on the wiki open here for Wave 1 and 2 because I should not be expected to know everything about every Nanovor, but hopefully this shouldn't take too long to go through. I'm gonna try and make it a bit quick, or as quick as I can. I don't want this taking over an hour, hopefully. And we aren't gonna go in order here, because not only is it not in order, but yeah, I'd rather do the ones that I know first. Megadoom is pretty low, first comment. Yeah, Megadoom's probably gonna be, I don't know, I'm gonna have to think about it when we come to it, but it's either gonna be okay or niche. Megadoom isn't meme status, that's for sure, but let's get on this. Electropod 3.0 is OP, we all know this. 150 health, 150 damage, he's just super strong. Oh, and 15 armor too, that's pretty insane. I'm trying to look for the other most obvious OP one. Yep. He is going all the way up here to OP as well. It's because he has this one ability that gives EN to all Nanovor, no matter what they are. I think it's Circuit Tank that has a override that allows only Magnamods to get +1 energy each turn, if you know, only if you have a Magnamod out. Hang on, need to look at the comments. Megadoom is okay or good. Shock Rumbler is meme status. Dude, I'm not sure if he's that bad. Come on, he's not meme status. This guy is meme status. I don't care if you can win while using him. War Thunderer is meme status. Let's not argue about this. It's literally a worse Phase Stormer, maybe. I was going to read that, but the message was just redacted. Okay. There is no reason to take him over Phase Stormer. Spine Spike 3.0 can do 65 damage with 2 energy. Yes, I was going to talk about that. His 2 energy attack does like crazy damage for just 2 energy. That is insane. The base power on that, I'm pretty sure, is the reason why it's so good. I guess I could look at it. His strength is pretty good too. And health. Yeah, 10 armor, 75 speed. 300 swarm value. We are going to have to take in swarm value into account, but some guys are just strong despite their insanely high swarm values. The strength and HP look pretty good, but they're not insane. Plasma Locus 3.0 is interesting. They have the same swarm value. Phase Stormer takes away 75 speed at a cost of 1. Shot Cornet takes 15. I'll get to it, guys. I'll get to it. This is a I'm doing everybody here. We're just gonna have to get to it though. All right. I'm just trying to get done with all of the obvious ones. Gamma Fury 2.0, I'm pretty sure that's his name. Want to make sure. Yeah, Gamma Fury 2.0. Amazing red spike attack, two-fisted hit, can deal 104 damage in a single hit. It's obviously not the most damage that you can do in the whole game, but man, that's just pretty strong, especially in 1v1s. He's just kind of the man. He's center swarm for sure. Hang on. Alright. Electropod is good. I wouldn't say that he is the best red spiker. He's a pretty good red spiker. Well, I mean, all the spikers are probably not gonna go above good tier, even if they're a bit above average. I mean, they all just seem kinda good. Maybe some of the spikers are gonna rank into okay instead of good because some spikes are just better than others. I don't know. But I think Electropod being good is a pretty good spot for him. Electropod 2.0 is like Gamma Fury 2.0, but budget. Yep, basically. The entire Shock family is kind of eh. Yeah, that's honestly what I think. Yeah, entire Shock family. I don't think I've seen any of them used before. I haven't considered using them. Kind of a random pick to bring up here right now. And I know it's really, really hard to take everything into account because there's so many different variables that you have to consider. But, hang on, comment. I kind of like Electropod 2.0 over Gamma Fury 2.0. Giving it Obliterate was unnecessary. Obliterate is very, very good, I must admit. But it isn't a super perfect move because you are, at the end of the day, taking a turn to take away somebody's override, which you could normally be doing something else during. There are other attacks that you can use to take away overrides that take a bit more work, but you can still be doing damage while you're doing that. But this is probably the first Nanovor that I need to bring up the actual moves for. Hang on. It's Velocitron. No, not Blaze Hydra 2.0. Blaze Hydra 2.0, I was talking about this on the server just today. Blaze Hydra 2.0 has some big stat manipulation. 1 energy attack, pretty standard 30. Hypnotize. For 3 energy, this attack is pretty good, I would think, in multi, like 3 or 4 player battles. Target loses 15 strength and 25 speed. I think that's a pretty incredible move for that. Simple attack there, but he also has Hydra Snap, which takes away 10 armor, does 40 damage for 4 energy. I think that's pretty good as well. I am probably going to need to catch my breath here from time to time. I can't be constantly talking at this rate. Oh, just give me a second. Alright, who are we? Yep, you're going in. He's not, I'm not going to say he's OP, but he's also going Center Swarm because of his Cosmic Crush ability. It does a lot of damage for a 4 energy attack. I'm pretty sure that it's more than normal. But it takes away a bit of strength, I know, but it gives him a lot of speed, 25 speed, which really negates all that. Minus strength isn't that good, but minus speed is good. I mean, minus strength, yeah. I wouldn't say it's necessarily better than minus speed. You just get less minus strength on the attacks because they're less willing to take a lot of that away. Yeah, Blaze Hydra 2.0 is pretty good. Alright, who do I want to talk about next here? I need to talk about you. This guy. Plasmalash 3.0. That's not the tier that he's going, and I just want to bring it up here. Its health is pretty great, but it has Yellow Spike. That definitely probably brings it up a tier on its own. Headbutt, it's a basic 1 energy attack for 30. Yeah, this attack, Locus Whip, loser uses 15 strength, 60 base damage. I'm gonna be entirely honest. I've used this guy and used Locus Whip. I don't think that that's worth it, like, at all. Think it might even be a bad attack. Yellow Spike override. Target loses 20 strength. That seems pretty good. Should I put him in Center Swarm, though? He's either in Good or Center Swarm. Maybe I should be paying attention more to Swarm value. 280, that seems pretty good for him. I'll maybe just leave him there for now. Locus Whip is good for like 2 uses, I'd say. But I think it just brings down the strength too much. After you used it twice, all of your other attacks are going to be much weaker. Like I said, I'm going to leave him in Good, I think. I don't know, something about him just doesn't bring him to Center Swarm. Oh yeah, this guy. This guy's definitely Center Swarm. He has, bring him up here, a lot of defense. He even has less swarm value than his predecessor by like 15. I don't know how that's possible. He has less swarm value than the one before him. Scorch takes a lot of energy, but Shield is amazingly powerful. Good defense, good strength HP. Maim is a pretty standard 3 energy attack, I think 50. He can't compete damage-wise. Are you talking about Tank Strider 2.0? Maybe. But I wouldn't say his damage output is bad, and he's definitely good for just getting energy out. Well, I mean, Gigawing can kind of shut out high energy using builds, I guess, but if you're using it so fast, I don't know if you'd always be able to get extremely powerful. You know what, let's actually go to him next. Are you guys thinking that I should change the tiers? That Scorch is OP. Yeah, a whole lot of damage. You guys can suggest me to move any of the tiers and I'll think about it. So this is what we have right now. Since we were on the topic, let's look at Gigawing. Because Obliterate, Gobsmack, and Smackdown, of course it's what it's mainly known for is its Smackdown. 15 damage, base damage per energy the opponent has, which can stack up pretty high. Obliterate, Gobsmack, Gobsmack is Blue Spike Override. The attack deals double damage. I think that's probably a Cinder Swarm. We're probably gonna start getting to the okay and niche pretty soon. And I guess I should just go with Megadoom because we were already talking about Megadoom at the beginning. I think he is probably either niche or okay, and somebody said he's either okay or good, so I'm just gonna keep him at okay. None of his attacks are really all that great, I don't think. Trying to look at the comments here. Scorch is situational. I mean, yeah, everything's kind of situational, but I guess Scorch is more so. Yeah, but if you just wipe the arena with it, he is good. You got hit with 200 damage smackdown. Yes, that can happen. It happens pretty often, I'm sure. Take to his page. Electroshield. I'm probably gonna put him at Center Swarm because all of his attacks are pretty useful. Crushing Wall, 1 energy, Firewall, 10 armor override, and Hack Slash, which I think is a 60 base damage, 3 energy attack. I think a lot of them have 50 if I remember correctly, so this is a lot stronger than usual. So I think I just might move him up to Center Swarm as well. Alright, is there anybody else that's gonna be OP or meme status? Let's talk about that right now. Because this guy, he might be OP. I'm not entirely sure, but we do need to talk about Giga Striker 3.0. He's probably gonna go up pretty high. What was I just thinking about? Yeah. Is he meme status or niche? I think he's pretty bad, to be honest. Should look at him again just to get a second thought. Speed's good, armor's not great, strength health not the best. Slicer, burn, weaken is absolutely terrible. Burn, that's okay, I guess. Slider, there's just nothing particularly, he's not, I guess he's not meme status, he's just niche, but like, I don't see anything particularly great about him. I don't think he can go above niche, which I'm not actually sure if I spelled correctly. Hang on, this is gonna look pretty stupid, but niche. Yeah, okay. Wait. Oh. Well, I guess it was spelled correctly before. I don't know why. If that's a word, don't tell me to try and respell it. Look at the comments here below. Hyperblade. Hyper Tusk, I think, is a pretty good 70 damage plus 20 speed. Shard Slicer, solid attacks. Warblaze can do into the mean tier list because it's strong but needs so much more to do damage. Niche. Yeah, I see how to spell niche. ICHE. But anyway, moving on. Let's move on to either Hyper Blade or Hyper Tusk. I don't know exactly which Hyper Tusk we're talking about there in that discussion. I guess we're going with Hyper Blade first. I think for 275, Hyper Blade's pretty amazing. 30 speed is a lot higher than most Magnum mods. Frost, Obliterate, Hyper Slash. Base damage can be doubled, but it's 2 energy though. So that's not exactly the best attack. Obliterate's obviously really good. Hyper Slash, I guess, is okay in multiplayer matches. It does stun itself for 2 turns, so it's not exactly the best, but obviously 3 for 70, pretty nice. Yeah, it's definitely Center Swarm. Alright, he's going in Center Swarm. Alright, we had somebody talking a lot about Shock Rumbler earlier, so I guess I'm gonna try and rate him right now, which I don't have a very high opinion of. Let's see here. Kickoff, Shocker, Rumble Pulse. Static Boom I think is a pretty good move, at the very least. Kickoff, gain 30 speed, consume a red spike override. That's okay. It's not the best, I would say, but it's not bad. 30 speed isn't nothing to sneeze at. Target is swap block for 3 rounds. Swap blocks are always kinda, they're super situational, so I don't really know how to rank those exactly. Rumble Pulse, 10 strength. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a very great move, to be honest. But this, I don't know about you guys, but I think this is a pretty alright move. I'd say that he probably goes in okay, because he's just kind of a nightmare, to be honest. He doesn't have any particular, he's not powerful in any particular one area. Not enough to be good, but I don't think he's bad enough to be niche. Electropod 2.0. Probably going into, I don't know what it is about him, but I don't think he's, or maybe he should go into Center Swarm. His stats are pretty great. Low speed, super low storm value for those stats. Powerball, Get Tough. What's the Get Tough? It's probably not going to affect it. Plus 10 armor override, 5. Yeah, I guess he's going up to Center Swarm too. I think you can you always need at least one swap blocker, or else you're gonna get Battle Kraken Blast, Giga Striker 3.0'd. Yeah, I guess you always need it for something like that, but I mean, use cases are use cases, and there's just not that many for swap blocking. It's good, but it's situational. It's powerful. Alright, we need to talk about this man right here, right now. Is he OP or is he Center Swarm? We need to talk about this right now, because oh my god, he is so crazy. close that for right now. I think it's his Psy Burst, absolutely insane ability. If Blue Spike Override is active, the user gains 6 energy. It obviously puts you up to be destroyed by Gigawing, but that's basically... You have just as much odds of having a Gigawing as having any other good Nanovor, I guess. Gigawing's good, but he's not super special. I don't think you should bring him in every time just to get rid of this. It obviously has weaknesses, but I need to turn to the comments I'm getting probably right now. Did I say it? Yes, he gives 6 energy. I don't know what I said if it was wrong. My voice is kind of getting tired already, but yes, he gives 6 energy with his attack to himself, basically. Oh, he responding to a comment, slot, OP. Okay, I guess if nobody else has anything to say about it, he's not OP. He's just Center Swarm. Gamma Stalker 3.0. Gamma Stalker 3.0, I know him very well because I've used him. He has all about to do with speed. Every single one of his attacks has to do with speed, which makes him really focused, and I like that about a Nanovor. Target loses 30 speed, plus 25 speed override. User gains 10 speed. Now, I guess the only thing bad about him is that his attacks always have low damage because of this, versus their high costs. But he has really high strength, though, to make up for it. Good health, good armor, low speed. Good swarm value for the price, I think. I think he probably goes in good. Good, I think, would be a good place for him. Maybe on the higher end of good, but I'm not going to try and individually rank everybody here. No, please no. Doombringer. Yep. How about we just do Doombringer? Maybe not going to be where he stays. Doombringer. Mag Hunter's always pretty great to have on your team. Good health. It's actually kind of just okay speed, no armor. Mag Hunter, Poison Spit, Garrison Gaze. Think that's armor piercing. Armor piercing plus yellow spike swap block. Target loses 15 strength. That seems like a pretty good attack to me. And of course, Mag Hunter. Oh no, now that I'm looking at it, 3 for 60 against only Magnamod seems not actually that great. I might move him down to... I don't know. What do you guys think? Could be used to like help out with low speed. The other Nanovor. I'll probably just leave him in good for now. This live stream's 30 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes. Hang on. Just a second. What is that now? Whatever. Let's get back to this. Doombringer 1.0 is okay, but Storm Hunter 1.0 is good. He is okay. Alright, I'll move him down to okay. I was thinking that, but I wasn't sure if everybody else would agree with me on that one. Yeah, can kind of go into okay. Alright. So, hang on. So, next. Let's do Plasmalash versus Blaze Dragon. Because I know that this has been talked about a lot recently. I don't think they're actually super comparable. I mean, Blaze Dragon has Obliterate, which is pretty great to have on such a low level Nanovor, but he has a 2 energy attack instead of the usual 1 energy that you see on a lot of alphas. Yellow Spike Override standard. I guess I would rate him over Plasmalash 1.0 because Electrolyte, if I remember correctly, yeah, that doesn't seem very great. 2 energy for -10 and that's it. Head Whip, 1 energy for like 30, but it's on a weak guy. Yellow Spike. Obliterate makes him okay. I'm just wondering where the rads are gonna go in here. And yes, guys, we're basing it off of non-jolted stats, because taking both of those into account, I mean, it probably would change up some of the rankings, but I really just don't have the time to be thinking about that. Plasmalash is niche, and I agree with the sentiment here. Let me just find Plasmalash in niche, and Blaze Dragon is okay. Yeah, putting out spikes is never useless. I highly doubt we're gonna get anybody else in meme status, and now that Giga Striker 3.0 is in definitive Center Swarm, I don't think we're gonna get anybody else in OP. Unless something really, really weird happens. Alright. Let's go to Warblaze. And should also remember that variety of attacks can also have a big impact, because having 4 attacks over 3 is going to be a big help. Good speed, armor okay, good health, not it. I guess kind of okay strength. I mean, it's Velocitron. One energy, base damage 30, but with the yellow spike it gives or places a +10 strength override. I mean, I guess that adds a little value. Ignores armor. With the blue spike override it makes the opponent lose 2 energy. I think that's a pretty great move there. Target loses 5 armor, 3 for 40. Maybe a bit less than okay, and an average 3 for, I guess maybe 3 for 60 is the normal. Warblaze is good. Triton Spider 1.0 is meme status. Never heard that before. I need to immediately investigate this after I put Warblaze into good, because Triton Spider 1.0 in meme status is a pretty tall claim. I guess I've never looked at his attacks, but I was literally just looking at him, now I don't know where he is. There's just way too many here. I'll find him when I find him. Just know that he's going to be in good Triton Spider 1.0. Let's look at this. Not good health, strength, low, armor, not great speed. His swarm values kinda, I don't know, let's look. Obliterate, Fang, Blast, and Snare. Target swap block for 5 rounds. I mean, this guy, is this guy really meme status? He just looks like niche to me personally. Screen keeps turning off. Blaze is good. Never used Triton Spiders. Next to Gamma Fury. Made 4-player battle to swap block. But in a 2-player battle it's useless. Well, I mean, a lot of Nanovor are useless in 2-player battles because that's just about dealing a whole lot of damage really quickly. I guess if I'm just gonna put him into niche, if I can actually find anybody here. Niche. And wait, good? Is that Warblaze is good? Alright. Who to move on to next? How about we just tackle Battle Phaser? How about Battle Phaser? Pretty good health, I guess okay strength, good speed, no armor, like most Velocitrons. Target loses 25 speed, 4 for 60. Target loses 5 armor, target is swap blocked. That seems alright. Phase Strike. Ignores armor if yells spike overrides active, loses 10 armor. That seems okay too, I guess. I mean, none of his attacks seem particularly great. I mean, his swarm value isn't particularly high and he has high health. I think he just goes in okay. Compared to Sentry Swarm Nanos damage wise, he is good. I was thinking that he might be okay, but I think good would also be alright for him. So let's move him up here. Good. Opinion on Plasmalancer. Heard somebody think that he is good, so might as well test that out. Other than his speed, his stats don't actually seem to be that great here. Meltdown, bulk up, tusk slash, damage attack. Single opponent 2 for 35 is a bit lower than the average 40. I don't know why that's a thing. He doesn't have particularly great strength or anything. 340, target loses 10 strength, kinda super meh. Places a 15 strength override, that seems pretty okay for 4. I don't know, I think he just goes into okay, maybe not niche, but I don't think he gets up into the good category, to be honest. I don't know, am I looking at it wrong? Haven't gotten any more comments on him yet. PSI Blaster is good. I'm pretty sure both PSI Blasters are good. Okay. PSI Blasters. PSI Blaster 1.0 is pretty great. Size Zap is a average 240. Think Fast, I think, is a pretty good speed override, if maybe I'm wrong. Plus 40 speed override? Wasn't there like, what was it? It's kind of like Circuit Flyer's signature thing. What does it cost? Power Surge for 3 for 40, so you can get that on Blaster 1.0. Yeah, good. Always have trouble finding the things here. Can't find a specific one worth a darn for some reason. Right there. And no, not Center Swarm. I don't think he's Center Swarm. We definitely do need to talk about Circuit Flyers after this. Look at the comments. He is okay average damage. When I used Plasmalash in the simulator, he was good, and in Nanovor Evolution, he would wreck opponents. He definitely does look neat, that's for sure. For sure, he definitely does look neat. PSI Blaster 2.0 Red Spike Brainstorm has a red no, that's just Swap Block. I know he has a red spike ability, but 2 for 30 anti-swap block sounds pretty great to me. For 4 rounds, Obliterate, Brain Freeze. Red Spike Override, opponent loses 40 speed, 3 EN 50 base damage. SV 250, speed. All of his stats look pretty alright, except for speed maybe being a little bit low, but it's a Magnamod, so what do you expect? 30's pretty good for Magnamods. Very good. Well, we don't have rank for very good, but I guess that means Center Swarm. Guess he's going up to Center Swarm territory. Down here. Alright, and we should start talking about those guys after. Circuit Tank. What do we think about Circuit Tank? Is it called Big Power Up? Plus 1 EN every round to active Nanovor is a Magnamod. Now, that costs for the other thing from Spike Hornet costs, I think, 5, and it's a lot less useful, but I mean, Spike Hornet, why does Spike Hornet, Spike Spine's thing is 5, and he's OP, so 10 armor, kinda middling stats, 30 speed for Magnamod, 240 for swarm value isn't that bad, because every point in swarm value counts, it really does. Jump shot, flamethrower. This attack ignores armor, user gains 10 strength and 20 speed. That seems like a pretty dang good attack. I'd never noticed that before. 5 for 70. You know what? He might actually. I'm not gonna say it because I'm not gonna actually suggest it because that would be pretty stupid. But I think he might actually be getting close to OP tier. Like if he had better stats and only a slightly higher swarm value, he would be OP for sure. But I think the way he is now, in the way that he should be, he is center swarm. Pog moment. Can't believe I just read that. Circuit tank definitely good for certain swarms. Certain tank commonly paired up with Electropod 3.0 for sure. Alright. Tank Walker. I think, or maybe Tank Walker's just okay, maybe. I know he can take speed away from people in multiplayer matches, because somebody did that to me, just constantly taking speed away from everyone with their armor buff Tank Walker. But I think outside of situations like that, he's alpha with a 3 energy 50 damage attack, which I think he could definitely use better on other Nanovor, Red Spike, the Tremor for 25 speed. I think he's okay. Look at the comments. No comments. Tank Strider 2.0. Okay. Yeah, we still need to talk about these guys. Oh boy, these guys. I should maybe even talk about the rat, because that's probably gonna that's gonna come up here too. What? I don't get it. What? Why? I don't understand these guys. I don't get it. Can somebody... I'm almost tempted to put these guys in meme status, but I'm sure people wouldn't agree with me. I just want to know what the hell they're doing with their existence. Other than Power Surge, which is pretty alright, their actual attacking moves seem bad, and they have above average swarm values for most of them. They have bad HP, strength, no armor. Like 5, 0. What the hell are these guys? Especially this one. I mean, you can't use Power Surge and Dodge at the same time, and Pierce is just bad. It's like, what? I really hope you guys are leaving comments on this, because I just do not understand. Short Circuit. Ugh. Not the worst thing in the world, but man, I just don't get any of these guys. What do you guys think? It just boggles my mind. Okay. 1.0 is niche. Only useful Power Surge. Pierce ignores armor, only costs 1, but doesn't it take speed away from your own Nanovor using Pierce though? Use Power Surge. But then again, even with high speed, you can go second. Yeah, that's the thing about speed. You can always go with Circuit Flyer 2.0 is better than 3. Why is Circuit Flyer 2.0 better than 3.0? I just don't get it. Is it the small difference in swarm value? But I don't think either of these guys deserve that swarm value. I'm about to put them all in niche, because I do not think that they're good. They're fast, but like, you need more than that, dude. I don't get what they're going for with them. Set up your stronger attacks because you can increase Eon with 1 cost attacks. But there are just so many better 1 cost attacks. I don't know. I'm not gonna put them all in niche, I guess. If you guys really think that, I will go with it. Niche. I guess this guy will go in okay, and I mean, if that guy's in okay, this guy's in okay. Tried to make a support Nanovor. Yeah, that's what it looks like. What it looks like to me. Man, we still have a whole lot to go here. And it's been 50 minutes. Oh, and we might as well, I guess, because it's a... How much stats does he gain? Is that really good enough to go up an entire tier? With the same swarm value? Definitely. For the rad version? I guess so. He's going up into good. Alright, Tank Walker 2.0. I always seem to forget what his gig is, because he has a rad 10 armor. Those jolted stats are looking pretty beefy. Headbutt, Tank Smash, Ion Gore. Are these just all normal damage moves? 1 for 30. Nope. Tank Smash 3. Target loses 40 energy. I mean, that doesn't sound super appetizing, I'll be honest. 460. Definitely like Thunderpoid 3.0, yes. That is a big yes. I should just put Thunderpoid 3.0 up in Center Swarm immediately, because he is just the bomb. He has dodge. He has, I guess I'll get to him later. I think Tank Walker 2.0. I don't know. I'm not entirely convinced that he's good. I think the rad version, I don't know, because it's kind of close with the rad version if he'd be Center Swarm or good, but I'm thinking that or maybe Tank Walker 2.0 is good and he is Center Swarm. What do you guys think about that? Okay, Thunderpoid 3.0. He has really good stats. Strength not that much. Good armor, low speed, pretty high HP, dodge. I mean, nobody ever really used grab. Just don't pretend that doesn't exist. All you need is dodge and fire swarm, okay? Dodge, 25% chance to dodge attacks when activated, and 50% chance to deal double damage, so you can deal 30 if you don't hit, and 60 if you do with the 2 energy attack. So I think he is Center Swarm. Should be able to find him here pretty easily. Hopefully we're getting to less and less. There. Center Swarm. Alright, who should we tackle next? We haven't tackled the Hyper Tusks from a long time ago. Hyper Tusks. Hyper Speed, Bash. Look, 10 armor, 25 speed. Average, 2 energy. Come on, why is it called hyper speed? 2 energy for plus 20 override doesn't sound that great. Bleach. 1.0 seems somewhere between good and okay. Reading the comments. Surprised they haven't reviewed Storm Hunter or Gigatangler yet. No, we'll get to them if that's what you want. After we get done with Hyper Tusk, I guess. Man. Okay, he's going in good. I'm not putting him there. That just seems wrong, I'll be entirely honest. Those guys have tainted that entire OK tier, and I don't like it. Okay, 10, 30, higher strength. I think that's the same HP. Seems like all of the swarm values for the most part seem good for the Nanovor, so I haven't really been talking about it. Hyper, Bleach, Override is... That seems pretty good there. Not the best, but pretty good. Poisonous Stench, pretty okay. Damage attack that also causes your Nanovor to gain 20 speed. That attack seems pretty great. Oh, for 4 energy though. 2.0 is center. Gigatangler 2.0 might even be OP, really? Alright. Hyper Tusk 2.0 is going in Center Swarm. You guys would probably always remember where these guys are, but I don't. There. Center Swarm. Alright. Oh, and by the way, guys, this isn't a plug or anything, but I'm using Malwarebytes right now to block all of the ads and trackers coming from this site. 1997 isn't a year. That's how many things it's blocked from this website, and that's the only thing that I don't like about it. They constantly come, and it's like 30 every 30 seconds or something. It's probably been counting up while this video's been going on, but that is just insane. But anyway, Gigatangler. Gigatangler 1.0 and 2.0. Good speed, all the other stats. Seems okay. I'm not unfamiliar with everybody, to be sure, but this attack ignores armor. Target is swap block for 2 rounds. Seems pretty alright. Target loses 5 armor if blue spike override is active. This has 30 base damage that ignores armor. That just seems kinda weird, to be honest. I guess that is... I'll say that's an okay attack too, just a little bit complicated. Whirlwind. Now, that seems pretty good. Energy manipulation's always really nice. 4 for 50, kinda low, but the opponent loses 1 energy. I wouldn't say that is Center Swarm, but I will say that is good. Gigatangler 2.0. Higher stats, much higher swarm value, armor better, speed better. Alright, let's see. I think this was the thing that somebody, Bapper OP maybe. Attack ignores armor. It's pretty normal. Corrode. Target blue spike overrides active. Yet again, that seems okay, but that doesn't seem, I don't know, something about that doesn't seem insanely powerful. Maybe it is. Can save energy while you're deleting somebody's armor completely, I guess. Where the target loses 20 speed, 335. No comments on any of this yet. Not any that I see anyway. Target loses 3 energy, 440. I don't know, I'm almost tempted to put him in good because of how high his swarm value is, but I guess I'll put him in center swarm. Removing that much energy is almost always going to make a person fizzle. I don't think he's OP though, personally. And it's already been an hour. I don't know, maybe I'll make a part 2 to this, because it seems more and more like I'm not going to be able to finish this in one session. Yeah, Center Swarm too expensive. Alright, let's tackle... what was this other one? Storm Hunter. Storm Hunter, Storm Hunter. Wait, Storm Hunter is here. I think, yeah, Storm Hunter. I don't really think I like Storm Hunter a lot. Man, look, 2 armor with jolted stats. Oh boy, good speed. If I remember correctly, he just doesn't have that many great attacks in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Average 2 energy. Target is swap block for 2 rounds. Target loses 5 armor, 3 energy. 3 energy, 50 damage. The yellow spike override is active. Target loses 50 speed. I'll say... I don't know. I'm thinking that Storm Hunter... If one attack isn't going to make somebody meme tier, then one attack isn't going to bring somebody all the way up into center swarm. I think, or maybe, I'm thinking he is, man, those guys have tainted the entire tier. What do you think, okay or good? I'll leave him in okay for now. Alright. How many of these I'm going to be able to finish in this first part, I don't know. Because I'm definitely going to have to make 2 parts to this now. Storm Spinner 3.0. Slow down. Storm Fire. Target loses 25 speed to 30. 3 energy, 40 base damage. Target is swap block for 2 rounds. And 4 energy, 40. This attack ignores armor. Target loses 5 armor. And its stats are okay. I get okay for its swarm value. Always okay for its swarm value. I guess I'll put that in. I guess if that's going in good, that the other one should go in good too. okay is too harsh. Talking about the last one, I'll move him up. And I will add Storm Spinner 3.0 to good. I like how I'm making this whole tier list so scientific, like everybody's gonna talk about this. This isn't definitive in any way. There's a whole lot of variables that go into there more than the individual Nanovor themselves when doing good in battles. This might be the definitive power tier list, but it's not the definitive swarm building tier list, okay? That's where you have to figure things out yourself. Shock Triton. I always call them Triton, but it's Triton. Okay. 0 to 8 with jolted stats, 300 swarm value. Not sure if 300 swarm value is worth it. I know his attacks are pretty good. 4 for 60. I don't know. Now that I've seen a lot 3 for 60s, that seems a little low, and his attack isn't especially high. Whirlpool. Target loses 1 energy and 5 strength. Boost Spike Override. This attack has 40 base damage. That seems very, very just okay. Triton Blast, 240. If Yellow Spike Override is active, target loses 20 strength. Now that's actually pretty significant. The best attack that I think I've seen here from Triton. And target loses 10 strength and 20 speed for 3. Now that's also pretty good. Is it good enough to bring him up into Center Swarm, though? That is the question. Had to step away for a while. Would like to say that even though Blaze Dragon 1.0 would never be in Center Swarm, I would rank it among the Nanovor that in terms of value, it's pretty great. I mean, yeah, I'd say so. What do we think on Shock Triton? Shock Triton, is he good or Center Swarm? I will probably, know what, I really don't know. I'll put him up there in a bit when I get some comments, because I really don't know just yet. And I'll probably stop the stream pretty soon, because we're already getting over an hour here. Yep, you see that's counting up there. It's a whole lot of things that's blocking, and it just blocked even more that this website always sends out. Like I said, the only thing that I don't like about it. Did I rank Tank Walk? Yep. Tank Walker 3.0. Thing that I'm always used to using. Insane jolted stats, by the way. Absolutely insane jolted stats. Headbutt, Iron Gore, Atom Smasher. All crushing the opponent. Simple 130. Red Spike is active, gains plus 20 base damage, pretty good. And 5 for 60, target is swap blocked for 2 rounds. That is okay, I guess. 5 for 60 seems a little much. I will probably put him into, I don't know. Let's look at the chat. I think it's good in Larger battles okay otherwise. 35 armor potential there with Tank Strider. But we aren't exactly factoring in the jolted stats though. We're not trying to, because that would take way too long to factor all that in. So I'm not really looking at them too often, or at least, you know, it's too much to think about. You know what, I'll put him into Center Swarm, why not? If that thing's in Center Swarm, this thing should be, I guess. Okay, Mega Spike. We're going to be talking about Mega Spike next. In my opinion, the weirdest looking Nanovor. And then Phase Spiker. Fast but kind of middling spat. Zapper, Zoomer, Zinger. Oh boy. No wonder I don't use this guy. He's the Z-Man. Z-Man. 230 ignores armor, pretty standard. Now that seems pretty great. Target loses 25 speed, user gains 25 speed. Zinger. Target loses 1 at EN 340. Yes, Mega Spike is good. I think I will put him in good. He is good. Maybe not Center Swarm, but he is good. Phase Spiker. Strength pretty high compared to the other stats. Pretty good speed. Average 2 for 40. 3 and 25. This attack ignores armor. The target loses 1 E and that, okay, wow. That actually seems really kind of worth it. Ignore armor. Well, the ignoring armor part, I guess, is kind of a given since it does so little damage. You'd have to have that. Target loses 1 EN. The user gains 10 strength. That seems pretty good. $540. What effect does it have? The base damage is increased to 25 if the target has more than... Wow. Now, that seems pretty damn powerful. 75 for 50 on targets with over 120 strength, which is common enough, I'd definitely say. And in Jolted Stats mode, that would make him even stronger, right? I don't want to I'm sorry I said that I don't want to factor that in, but that seems really, really prevalent there. I think he is in Center Swarm. Phase Spiker is tough. It's either barely center of Swarm or it's best of good. It's very fragile. Yeah, I mean it has little armor and little HP. I'd say it does barely get into Center Swarm. But I mean, as some of these guys get into Center Swarm, I think he deserves in there too. Giga Siren. How about we just go with Giga Siren? 10 armor. Really? Never would have thought. 70 speed, 10 armor. Alright, 20 HP, 115 strength. Need to do more Wave 2 Nanovor. 3 for 40. I always like how they have to say single opponent. There are no attacks, as far as I know, that attack multiple people at the same time. It just doesn't exist. That'd be pretty crazy and also pretty weird, because, I mean, that would have very wildly changing, like, in a 1v1 it'd be absolutely useless, in a 3-player battle it'd probably be useful, in a 4-player it'd probably maybe be overpowered, but let's move on from that thought. Now, target speed is less than 50. This attack ignores armor. Okay, that seems okay. Target loses 3N and 15 strength. Oh, for 4. Now that is really good, in my opinion. Sonic Strike. 3 for 30. This attack ignores armor. Target loses 10 strength also. That doesn't sound as good, but that sounds pretty good. I think Giga Siren might have just made its way into Center Swarm, actually. I didn't expect it to be that good. I always never just used it because it's like, this is the weirdest looking Nanovor, but I think I just don't like the design of that one. Underwhelming for its swarm value. 280. Maybe its health and strength are underwhelming, but its armor and speed aren't really, and its attacks are pretty good in my opinion. Battle Kraken 3.0 Hack Zap is technically an attack that attacks multiple people. I mean, sure, but it doesn't damage multiple people. Tiger is either opponent or self. For Hack Zap, didn't expect the Giga Siren to be this solid earlier, honestly. Neither did I. This list is already looking pretty interesting. Let's just toss a Mega Scorpion up in there, because I don't think we really have to talk much about Mega Scorpion. Pretty great. Red Spiker, Killer Loogie, Poisonous Pinch. I don't think Poisonous Pinch is that great, though. I mean, I guess it's not terrible, but I think he's good. Okay. Plasmalash 3.0. Oh boy, we have some things to talk about with Plasmalash 3.0. Pretty good swarm value, I think, except that it's slow. It should be faster, I think. Probably. With Yellow Spike Override. Ignores armor. Okay. That's very just okay. 350 target is swap blocked. Solid Strike. Attack ignores armor. The attack has 50% chance to deal 100 fixed damage. I think the most notable thing about him is Solid Strike, so Plasmalash 3.0 is okay. Alright. I guess I would agree on that. Solid Strike is just a bit too random for most people to really ever want to use. Now let's get into another thing that I know of people... Oh, wrong one. Spike Hornet 3.0. I know a lot of people used to talk about this one. 70 speed, 315 swarm value, 10 armor. Maybe the swarm value is worth it. I'm not entirely sure. Need to look over it again. 1 energy. Target is swap block for 3 rounds. Target loses 20 speed. Okay, yeah, for 1 energy, being able to swap block and take their speed seems pretty great. Really great. 2EN 40 Blue Spike Override. User places 20% chance of evading attacks. 20? That's weird, because I know the dodge override is 25. Alright. Weird, but okay. I wouldn't say that's the best. Punt. No, just 330, loses 2 energy. From my personal experience, this is probably pretty good in multiplayer battles, but it's just not as good. Shut up. I need to delete this stuff off of my I'm not using it. Just delete McAfee, to delete PC Accelerate. It's all annoying. It's all annoying. And Riddle. Alright. What do we think? Spike Hornet is Center Swarm. Like Spike Hornet 2.0 better. Let's look at Spike Hornet 2.0 first, I guess. Kind of the same swarm value, of course, bit less stats. Stinger, Punchline, and Wisecrack. I know Wisecrack is some random thing. 3 for 80. This attack has a 50% chance to deal 0. I mean, it just kind of seems like a less cost solid strike, but the wording is just backwards. But it does the same thing. Not sure if that's worth it. Punchline 340. Target ignores armor if target is Velocitron. Okay, that's useless. For me, it's 3.0, 1.0, 2.0 for the Spike Hornets. Wisecrack is way better than 3.0's entire kit, really. Alright. So I will put him in good. I guess I will put in Center Swarm, maybe. Stinger. 125 Blue Spike Override is active. This attack's base damage is increased to 40 and ignores armor. Yeah, that seems pretty good for doing damage and keeping your energy up. Yeah, I'll give it a Center Swarm. Wisecrack is affected by the STR stat, unlike Solid Strike. It deals even more damage when jolted. I forgot about that. And that is definitely useful. Cyber Shark. We need to talk about more Wave 2s. Cyber Shark. The things that not a lot of people use is Wave 2s. $240 if Blue Spike Override is active, the user gains 10 strength. Seems pretty good. Not great, but good. Ignores armor, 3 for 35. 570. I'm not sure if that's the norm, but I don't know, it just seems a little high, maybe. Stats are okay. Swarm value might be a little high. Cyber Shark breaks my heart. Such a good design, but underwhelming. Alright. I don't think he could get any lower than okay, though. Let's talk about another amazingly designed Nanovor. They always seem to make the amazingly designed ones weak somehow. 10 armor, slow speed. Seems like maybe an okay swarm value. I said that I'd have to finish soon, and I've already gone to 1 hour 25 minutes. Don't worry, I'll probably end it at some point before I finish it to be able to do a part 2, because I doubt that I'm going to be able to get through all this despite what I originally was hoping. It's just too much to not... You'd just be throwing into the tiers without actually knowing anything. 3 for 50, pretty normal. 2 for 40 if red spike overrides active swap block. Okay. Target loses 25 strength if a yellow spike is active. Target loses 10 armor. That seems pretty good. The only thing that I don't like about it is that it uses 2 different spikes for its attacks, and nothing else about it seems really overwhelmingly great. Maybe it goes above Cyber Shark, though, into good. PSI Scarab. This is a look at the tier list we have so far. And, hang on. Scarab Spear 1.0. Think might go in Center Swarm. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it'll only go into good. Fireball Wise Up. I know Wise Up is pretty great. Plus 10 strength, plus 20 speed for 4. 340 user gains 20 speed. That seems pretty alright. Target loses 10 speed, 230. Haven't ranked Plasmalash 2.0 yet. Yeah, I haven't. I have not. Definitely going into good. Plasmalash 2.0, definitely one of the most used Nanovor, at least in the original game. Nope. And I'd have to rank Plasmalash 2.1 too, the rad version. Jolted stats, HP seems to go up a good amount, and strength. Head Whip, Electrolyte, Zeus Zap. I know Zeus Zap is pretty good, I think. Head Whip, 1 for 30, Electrolyte. Target loses 10 strength, whatever. 3 for 50, target is swap blocked for 2 rounds. For only 230 swarm value, I'd say that Plasmalash 2.0 is officially good, and maybe the rad version is Center Swarm. I don't know. Plasmalash 2.0 is good. PSI Shard. 5 armor, 35 health. Four energy, target loses 25 speed and 3 and okay, that's a pretty big start there. One of those, huh? 1 for 30. If red spike override is active, the target loses 10 armor. Okay. Attacks seem pretty good already. Rad version. Hang on. Against non. Rad version against non-jolted swarms was unfair. I mean, I guess so. It doesn't seem like the biggest boost in the world, if I'm going to be entirely honest. Turbo Jumper is underwhelming. I guess we'll get to Turbo Jumper. I can probably only do like 3 more. But I think 230 attack ignores armor if blue spike override's active, increases to 50. I think all of this guy's attacks are great. His stats might not be the best, but I think that PSI Shard is Center Swarm. You can disagree with me pretty quickly here, and maybe I'll change it in the comments. Okay, let's do Turbo Jumper. 0 armor. Only, yeah, 240 might be a bit high. Yellow Spike, though. He has Yellow Spike. Yellow Spike override. The target loses 15 strength. 30 base damage for 2. Seems alright. 340. Target is swap blocked for 3 rounds. And another 3 for 40. Target loses 10 strength. He might be a bit squishy, but I think he at least deserves to go into good. He has his uses, obviously. Go back to the chat. PSI Shard is Center Swarm. Very interesting. Yeah, I honestly think that PSI Shard is Center Swarm. Not the best stats, but I think his moves are all pretty great if utilized correctly. Alright, I think I'll do one more Nanovor. First person to comment, who should it be? Final Nanovor for this first video. I'm only gonna do one more, even though I want to do more right now. I'll have to wait. One more Nanovor. Who is it going to be? If you don't comment quick enough, I'm just gonna choose. I don't see any comments coming in. Doom Mantis 2.0. Alright. Doom Mantis 2.0. Should be right here. I know he has a yellow spike, yes. Very high HP. Strength. High speed. No armor. 285 swarm value. Okay. Seems like an average 230 armor piercing. 340. Target loses 10 strength and 5 armor. Good, good. 450. Target loses 1 EN. If a spike override is active, yellow spike, attack gains 30 base damage and ignores armor. Doom Mantis 2.0 is center. Alright. that is where Doom Mantis 2.0 is going. I'm not sure if I got through exactly half of the Nanovor, but I'm going to have to do a part 2 to get through the rest of them. Right there. Center Swarm. That is what the tier list looks like right now. Like I keep saying, I doubt anybody's going to get into OP or meme status, but those are the two spots that I doubt are going to have anybody enter, but this is what it looks like, I think they would have eventually released Velocitron with an override with plus 1 EN for Velocitrons. Would have made Doom Mantis very strong. Yep. That definitely would have made all Velocitrons a lot stronger, actually. I think we really should add that in at least, because that seems something that could definitely be useful. Even though it wouldn't match the OP-ness of Spike Spine 3.0. But hey, I think we did pretty good for part 1. Maybe part 2 will take just as long, I don't know. But that's all that I want to do for now. An hour and 30 minutes. Alright. Me and the live stream chat people on Discord helping me rank the Nanovor in a tier list. And I'll see you guys next time in another Nanovor video. Bye for now.